Now is actually used today in specialized education, helping kids with autism, for example, here in Massachusetts. They're also used in high school, teaching coding skills and mechatronics. Blanca Lee, the choreographer, uses Now for her show Robot, which has toured Europe and is coming to the US next year. And we already have partners developing applications for the robots. For example, Huma Robotics, one of our partners, developed an app where now it can play Connect 4 with kids. Because we believe that, as you saw, this new world of robotics, we're not going to do it alone. We need people to design this new world together with us. So Bruno Maisonnier founded this company 9 years ago, and we do everything from the design to the selling of autonomous humanoid robots. We have 3 robots today, 2 that are commercial, Now and Pepper, and Romeo, which is a research prototype. We're working on it with 13 other research labs and trying to investigate how it can help elderly people keep autonomous lives at their homes with the help of a robot. Let's watch this little video of how our robots, when they do work, interact with humans. So you saw in there our robots. Pepper at SoftBank mobile shops, for example, and now with kids. We have over 16,000 robots in the world today in education, from kindergarten to universities, in research labs. We have global companies like SoftBank buying them also to do enhancing customer experience at their retail stores, and also to individual developers. What makes Aldebaran's robots different? It's really the humanoid shape and the fact that we believe this is the ultimate interface. You can understand what it says because it's using also the body language and not just the voice. You can just talk to it and not have to go through a screen to define the app you want to use. It's very intuitive. Anybody can use it. We place Nows, for example, in retirement homes in Europe. And the elderly people who at the beginning were adverse to the idea of having a robot in their retirement homes, once they saw Now, fell in love with it and are now interacting with it every day. Actually, Now is doing a Tai Chi exercise so that they can stretch their muscles, and the therapist now has the time to walk around them and correct them rather than doing the movements for them to duplicate. We also developed the same OS platform. You saw we have 3 different hardwares, Romeo, Pepper, and Now, but they all run on the same software and the same operating system called Now Key. And we've also developed specifically a Choreograph, which is a software that allows you to program the robot through drag and drop boxes so that anybody, regardless of the skill level, can program the robot. Of course, if you're an advanced developer, we have an SDK. You can work in C++ or Python to program the robot. But we have actually workshops in Paris in our atelier that has opened in June, where we welcome students from 9 to 12, and they start programming the robot with Choreograph. And that's how a lot of the education customers we have use now is to hook the kids on STEM classes, because frankly, what's funnier than programming a robot rather than learn trigonometry? We do, of course, have a community of developers and users and an app store, which are ever evolving and help the robots evolve always. So the robotics business today, you're going to see this morning a lot of different robots, and we're all getting further and further, but we really need the powerful applications, and we need the inventiveness of everybody to contribute and help us make sure that we can think of new usages. A powerful education for us is an application that uses the expression of the body. To develop an application on Now or Pepper, we don't only use the skills of developers, we use sound designers and animators, 3D animators. We've actually hired some from the graphics industry and the movies industries. We need it to react. We need the robot to give you feedback on when you're interacting with it. And of course, we need it to interact with you. That's the most important thing. In terms of the markets, I'm sorry you cannot read that very much, but basically, we believe there are 4 different markets. The stores. Pepper is in SoftBank mobile stores today. It's in Nescafe stores in Japan as well. It does a lot of welcoming and enhancing customer experience. It doesn't replace the sales staff, but it complements it by answering the non-sale questions, the information, the orientation, etc., so that the sales staff can devote their time to the selling processes. Obviously, in education, we do already have a lot of education activities, but very soon, companions at home. Pepper is going to be launched in Japan in February as a home companion, and now probably by the end of the year, of next year, or beginning of 2016. We believe in entertainment. There's a lot of shows and events where Now or Pepper can bring something new. For example, being an MC or demonstrating a product. And obviously the elderly. We all know how difficult it's going to be for the growing aging population to remain at home and remain autonomous. We know insurance companies are worried about lifting doubts when the elderly forget to, for example, take off their bracelets when they go to bed. So a robot could do a lot of that lifting doubts and still be a very pleasant companion. Even with Alzheimer's patients, for example, work on their cognitive abilities and functions and make them practice so that there are things they don't forget. So all of that are usages for the robots. Thank you very much.